Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
actually were invited to play an exhibition game at the Colorado State Championship for Unified Esports, and we're super, super excited. We were honored to play here. Some of my players don't talk to people in school. They're super shy. And when they play esports, it's the first time I've seen them like smile, laugh, talk to each other, have sportsmanship. So they're on cloud nine right now. It's been amazing.
It's kind of crazy. It actually looks exactly like the things I see on YouTube. This outright is actually pretty fun. In school, to be saying the craziest things just so like they be laughing and stuff.
Yeah, I want other students to be more confident and be nice and want you all to join esports again. I love all my friends and I love all my teammates too.
This is a culmination of a lot of years of hard work in helping us at the CHSAA office really close the gap on belonging in high schools. So this is an opportunity for us to connect with kids who play video games and now have the opportunity to represent their school.
I would definitely say, like most of my experience with Unified, just do it. You do not have to be an expert. There's so much support from Playversus. Do it and you will learn along the way. Even the kids can teach you, and it's been amazing. We really want to thank Special Olympics Colorado for this opportunity. It's been so much fun and we're really grateful.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Playversus Fall 25 High School Championships here with Rocket League, and not just Rocket League, but a special day for us as the Special Olympics and Unified have their duo championship here today. My name is Oliver Bass, joined alongside by Billy and Seb. And guys, it is an honor to be here with both of you. Billy, welcome to the broadcast. I know we've had Seb on a couple of times throughout this week, but this is your first day with us, and we're happy to have you here if you want to introduce yourself and give a little more info to our audience at home.
Yeah, no, sure. Thank you for inviting me. I greatly appreciate it. My name is Billy. I've been part of Special Olympics New York since 1999. I'm on 5 councils right now. I was the first Rocket League champion for Gaming for Inclusion back in 2021. I've been shoutcasting since 2023. And in March, I'm going to the Special Olympics North American Conference with all athlete leaders throughout U.S., Canada, and Jamaica. So I can't wait for that. So I'm pretty busy, and I can't wait to do this with you guys. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you coming in here, despite the busy schedule, man. I got to say, even as the guy who's been helping in the behind the scenes for this, it sounds like you are even busier than I. Seb, how are you doing on this lovely Thursday?
I'm so excited. We get to see some good Rocket League. We get to have a trio of fantastic people on the desk. A lot of good games ahead of us, man.
Oh, yeah, we've got a lot to cover here today. For those that don't know the schedule, we're starting off in the East with Rocket League duos, and then we'll be moving our way out to Central afterwards. It's going to be a little bit of a break in between, but we've got some teams here today that are going to be competing. Like we talked about before, this is going to be duos, so a little bit different from the regular that you might see in many other of the competitions out here, but we've got our Special Olympic athletes combined with Unified partners here to be competing for these titles here today, and honestly, it's a very cool thing. Billy, again, you're a little bit more familiar with this space. It's just such an awesome thing to be able to bring these students together, bring these athletes together, and give them this ability to partner up and compete for championships.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been doing this for a long time now with Rocket League and Unified High Schools. They never, students with intellectual disabilities never get the chance to do any of this, and now they get a chance to. And this is what they look forward to, is playing Rocket League and playing all different kinds of games like Madden, NHL, basketball, MLB The Show, WWE, anything's possible.
Anything is possible, and a lot of that is because of Unified. We want to give a massive shout out once again to Unified here for everything. Competition, excitement, friendship. Unified Sports brings the best of sports to even more people by placing athletes with and without intellectual disabilities on the same team. Through Unified Sports, you too can see what Special Olympics is all about, and you can see that right now. We got a video to show you guys just a little bit more info about Unified and Special Olympics.
Unified Sports is a unique opportunity to bring a competitive sport to a population that hadn't had that before.
That's what makes sports so powerful. It makes kids from all different backgrounds. It allows them to be spotlighted.
Unified Sports is the activity, I think, in a school that grabs everyone together. Whether they're participating on the field or watching from the sidelines, it gets everybody pumped and excited and seeing what Special Olympics really is all about.
Welcome back again, and a massive shout out once again to Special Olympics and Unified here for all that they do. And again, including our games here today. Gentlemen, we are just a few minutes away, maybe only a few seconds away from our best of 7 between our two teams to compete for our East Rocket League Duos Championship. And Billy, you spoke about this. You've been a Special Olympics champion before. You have been able to compete at the highest level. What does it mean? What does it feel like to get into an event like this and know that you're competing for a title?
No, it means a lot. I didn't know what would happen in 2021 when Special Olympics and Microsoft formed their alliance together after the pandemic. It was, it was 6 hours of fun, and me and my partner won the first ever Rocket League championship. We had tremendous talent. He did mostly of the offense, and I did mostly of the defense. Just the one thing in Rocket League that I'm learning right now, still learning, don't shoot in your own net. I've always had that issue shooting in your own net because of the different colors. And right now, right off the bat, nice shot from Wheaton High School. That was a nice shot. So, but that's the main thing. Don't shoot in your own net. And if it's duos, you have one person on offense and one person on defense. As long as that happens, you guys should have a good game.
Yeah, I think when we're talking about kind of twos here, it really is a different strategy in comparison to the traditionally played competitive mode in threes. You really got to think about the game differently. You got to approach differently. Zeno getting a save of their own, and especially when the more that we've seen twos grow as a particular game mode in Rocket League, a lot of people just main twos now. They focus on improving the most at the game in twos, which has been really cool to see in Rocket League the past few years.
It has. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, it's a very different mode already here, just because I feel like, especially Seb, you and I have worked a lot within the collegiate scene and have seen, the levels appear as time has gone on. Twos has turned into one of these things where it's a lot of training for threes, and it definitely does play into itself. Like you were talking about, Billy, there's that sort of, equilibrium you need to find between playing fully offensively, playing defensively, and oftentimes it really does come down to chemistry to decide which teams are going to be the best there on the day, who can recognize the patterns, who can recognize the positioning that they need to be in. So far, a very even balance between the two teams here. We've got the one goal initially from breakaway play, but outside of that, we're all squared away at 1-0 here with 90 seconds gone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the main thing of the game is you've got a good face-off. Usually the face-offs determine which team's going to score, but usually like 85% of the time, the face-off and you got good offense. As long as your offense is good, you'll be good. All right with that.
I think especially when you look at how to rotate within this game, you can take a lot of approaches. You either let a solo play happen, just like here. Zeno has to scramble to get it out of his net and keep it in the defensive half. Going to try and transition here, but otherwise, you got to be really careful because you could get punished just like this, but it goes off the post.
Well, imagine if that net was a little more wider. It would have gone in, but in Rocket League, this is how small the nets are. I mean, I had issues when I first started doing Rocket League, and I thought the ball went in, but it's just like football. The ball has to go away from the net, and just like right now, Zeno scored, and so Wheaton's up 2-0. So I'm learning more about Rocket League, but the ball, it's like football. The ball has to go above the plane for a touchdown, just like Rocket League.
It's something you and I, Seb, have seen a handful of times as of late within the Rocket League scene, is really that last second of just recognizing the opportunity may have been missed, and if you had a couple more seconds on the clock, maybe you could have that bounce shot work out. But we've got a decent amount of time here so far. 2.5 minutes to play in our first game. So far, it has been Wheaton North High School that have definitely been in the driver's seat. A 2-0 to start off before halftime, as well as some more offense here. I believe Zeno has both of the goals so far, and maybe a third. The air dribble and a 1v1 saved out, Gibbon with a phenomenal stop to keep his team within 2.
And mechanically, we're starting to see some of these players pop off as well. I mean, like, Bass, you and I, we play at a pretty decent level, but like a lot of these guys, they're getting their defensive plays, they're getting the bread and butter plays that they need to, even getting some aerials within the really kind of setting themselves up for some good individual mechanics here. Zeno trying to do it himself, can't get the second touch, but we're starting to see just some of these mechanics start to warm up.
Yeah, that's the thing here. It's jumping. I can't jump like that and dribble at the same time in the air.
It's hard. It is hard.
It's hard. It's hard. I can barely get the car up in the air, but what they're doing is jumping and dribbling like that. if you can do that, oh, forget it. You can shoot it from upside down and anything like that.
I gotta give a shout out to one of the other talents that work within the collegiate scene with us, who was potentially going to be on today, but unfortunately had some conflict. Shout out to the Danger Taco. Arguably, I would say the most talented caster that also plays. He'd be doing it like Zeno right now. This man's SSL at the very top of Rocket League, and Zeno, very top of this game right now. I believe that is a hat trick for him with just in about 4 minutes gone.
Wow, what a hat trick.
Yeah, it's a good way to kick off this series for Wheaton North High School. Just allowing your kind of individual mechs to take control of the game when you need to, but Mature Gaming trying to get the flick over one, not able to. Zeno going to be able to punish, puts it low, does get the flip reset though.
That was a close one, but the defense, if you have a good defense, everything will work out for you.
Oh, speaking of which, there's the 1-2 punch perfectly played from Wheaton North High here. You can see the initial challenge. Gibbons thinking they got time, but Esports win. No. You are not going to get that time. They dive immediately. Zeno sees the follow-up here, and this is the difficulty, like you were talking about before, Billy, with if you can actually define those roles well, if you can let somebody like Zeno be that thorn in your side that just keeps on prodding as the offense develops, and then when you need to have Esports win just kind of dive in at the right moments, you get an offense like this, which could find its 5th goal within the first game. Instead, 40 seconds to go, and again, this 1-2 combo punch has just been so effective here in game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Zeno's been the man. Zeno, what a shot! That was a nice shot from the backyard for Zeno. I mean, backwards like that. I mean, oh my God, Zeno's showing that he's right now being the best player in game 1 right now.
Yeah, this is where pace can really kind of juke you if you're on the Christopher Columbus High side, where you just are able to recover so quickly. If you're Zeno, you have so much speed, and it's a bit unexpected as to when the shot is going to come through, but this one is a slot through. Can they wrap it up? Yes, Mature Gibbon will.
That was a nice one. That was a gimme from Wheaton. We're like, we scored enough. Here you go. We'll give you 1 goal, but that's it.
Look, one for the road, and it's encouragement at this point. As long as they can do so, we got a long series ahead of us. It is a best of 7 here. Reminder to everybody at home that this is only game 1 in a longer series that we have to be played. The winner of this will be our East champion, but again, there's a long way to go, a lot of adjustments that can happen, and I do think that we've seen some decent stuff out of Christopher Columbus High School so far here. It hasn't necessarily been maybe the same firepower on offense, but they're starting to get opportunities. You can see it here as Gibbon just trying to dance in the corner. Maybe not going to change the outcome here, but again, some goals for the road, a little bit of confidence built as Zeno does make this one hit the ground. It is Wheaton North who take game number 1.
What a brilliant way to do it. That was honestly lights out from Zeno. A good individual performance that really helped carry him across the board. 11 shots to their name. Whoo, boy, that would make our LCS players blush.
Yeah, I can't even have 11 shots. I maybe have like 2 or 3, but Zeno is shooting everywhere, and somehow the ball falls in. Zeno was the MVP game 1.
Not only is he taking those 11 shots, I'd like to point out he's doing that and still getting a pretty good shooting percentage. I think that is 5 for 11, so just underneath 50% totals for the shot total there. So impressive stuff already as we were seeing here from Wheaton, but I do, again, want to reiterate that there is definitely a chance for a comeback here from Christopher Columbus. The end of the game started to show that as I think their midfield became a lot stronger. They started to recognize the roles of the duo were going to have to sort of involve themselves in, both on offense and defense. So I think we've got a decent series back and forth between the two teams coming up here. I think it's all definitely going to come down to Christopher Columbus High School if they can stay steady, because you talked a lot about this. Oftentimes, off of the kickoff, off of that face-off initially, the offense would kind of break down a little bit as the two teams would just kind of dive into offense, and it would usually go in favor of Zeno, who just had a little bit more control individually.
And of course, with Play Unified, they've been amazing, and we've been able to share a lot of fantastic student stories. But I believe we're going to be going into our next game for the time being. So we're underway with game 2 in this best of 7.
That was a quick one. Great face-off right there. Bouncing the ball on the car like that? Oh, forget it. I can't do that.
Oh,
the forget it just makes me so happy. That's just such a, as a Canadian, it's just so great to see it from just across the pond. But as for the game, Sure Gibbon having to play the defense, and we're hoping we're going to see a bit of a better time here from Christopher Columbus High. They had a harder time dealing with Zeno's individual mechanics, and it continues to be a bit of a hard time as he's going to try and get the flip reset over one, and he does. Cross pitch for Zeno.
Zeno once again scored.
That's disgusting. Just absolutely filthy. Just full field air dribble into a reset, saves it and times it perfectly to get the shot on target. That is a 1-0 straight to Wheaton North High School here. And again, it is Zeno truly on the offense right now, and the credit has to be given to the full team as they're just playing really well around each other, and there's a little bit of extra space given. You can see anybody on that blue side just immediately swarm. Speaking of which, shot on target from Esports, just not going to get past the defense yet.
I like Zeno's showing no mercy. My favorite show, Cobra Kai. He's showing no mercy right now. I mean, oh my God, how he's balancing the ball and shooting it off from the back tire. Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Great show, by the way. It's a sick show. Zeno also showcasing himself again, just continues to ball out in this server. 2-0 scoreline for Wheaton.
This is the Zeno show. This is basically the Zeno show right now. He's showing no mercy to everyone on the team. If you want me, play defense. If not, I'm scoring on you.
I think that continues to be the case here. Or, though, Gibbon, that is a great touch all the way across. Christopher Columbus High on the board.
Oh, that was a nice shot out of nowhere from Christopher Columbus High. In the top left, that was a good one. 2-1. Now we have a game going.
Yeah, needed to be top left for that one. That one was perfectly challenged, and frankly, kind of a hard one to get. I think it's really deceptive as far as if you're going to be able to get that touch, but also be able to put it on target despite the challenge. Zeno will try and take the individual here. Again, I don't think they got the flip reset, but it's still dangerous, and the defense works out.
Yeah, good defense going right now between both schools right now. But Zeno's bouncing the ball up in the air right now, and as long as you can do that, and you can do that, it'll work out. And the boost, you have to time your boost correctly. If you don't time your boost correctly, the ball can get taken away like that.
So far, though, definitely closer back and forth than I think we've had so far throughout the rest of the series. Granted, that was only game one, and it was a 5-0, I think 3-0 before even halftime. So, I was going to say the margin stays a lot closer, and it will still stay that close. 2 shots in a row, both going off target. A chance to go the other way, and Wheaton gonna have to just be satisfied with that singular goal lead for now.
Has me at the edge of my seat right now. Zeno trying to get it all, but can't get it done. Is going to have to try again for that individual effort.
Yeah, no, Zeno is doing everything right now. He's passing, he's balancing, trying to give other people a chance to shoot when they have a chance. But Zeno watching the front end very carefully.
It's a pretty dangerous affair right now, though, for Wheaton High School. You got a lead. You need to hold it. Zeno, again, trying to go for the individual mix across. Decent amount of boost left in the tank, but you can't. You got to get the rest of your team involved, man. You don't want to have to rely on just yourself. This is a team game for a reason, especially in twos. It's a deceptive affair. You need to be able to get your teammate involved. That's going to be a pass across, but Christopher Columbus High doing a great job at staying alive.
Yeah, no, they're doing a great job because of Columbus. They're staying alive right now. They are playing defense right now, but they got to score.
Whoa.
They got to score. And they just
How about
did.
that?
Wow. That was a nice shot from Chris Columbus with the passing.
Yeah, you call for it, and you shall be rewarded here immediately. It just shows a little bit of vulnerability here. We haven't had a lot of backboard play where teams have just been able to send it to the backboard into an awkward space and do much with it. First time we see a little bit of exposure on that defense here for Wheaton North High School, and it's a great job from Christopher Columbus to immediately punish. Only problem is that just gets them equal, and that touch won't help them out. All of a sudden, a chance on offense here, and that backboard defense we talked about being a bit shaky may show itself again, but the attempt at the shot, no contact, and we stay tied.
So
nice
close. Just needed a bit more patience to be able to get that one on, and it could have ended it all, but Zeno has to keep their team locked in. Gonna chase this one down. Gets bumped by his teammate. This could be disastrous, especially if Christopher Columbus High can get ahead of it. 2-man up, but with 50 seconds on, this is getting closer and closer.
Well, it's getting
Chance
closer.
here.
Getting closer. Hopefully, we have overtime, sudden death.
I want it, man. I would love to see an OT here. OT is always my favorite part of just anything when it comes to Rocket League because it's golden goal. One goal takes it all, and this actually could be the one before the end of regulation. Zeno says, we're not going to extension. I'm closing it here and now. 30 to go in the lead. Back for Wheaton North High.
And the way
This
he
is what you
shot
need to
it.
do.
Wow.
This is what you need to do to get your team across the finish line. And that may be enough, but 30 seconds left. That is not a ton of time.
No, it's not. 30 seconds left, and you got to score at least twice in order to win. Yeah, not much left.
At least see that OT. And that's all I'm hoping for
think it's
here.
all we
As a
care
fan of
about
the
right now.
game, I'm hoping for overtime, and we just might get it. The Vastias finds an extra goal with 11 seconds to go.
Wow. Christopher Columbus right now, they want to still be in this because once you're down 1 or 2 games, you know, there's no chance of ever coming back from a 1-2 deficit. I've seen in baseball before, in hockey, and basketball, but never like in Rocket League before. This would be a first.
Find out.
Gotta be careful now. Even with the clock winding down, Xeno's still on the board of the East Mountain Boost, but no, it will go to overtime for game 2 in this best of 7.
Sudden death. One person scores and they win.
Come on now. Let's see. Christopher Columbus. I know we got to be unbiased here, but there's a little part of me wants to see this back and forth between the two teams. If Christopher Columbus can even it out here, will not only be able to tie the series, but really make up for a lot of the unfortunate mistakes they had in game 1 that gave away that just flurry of goals early and left them in a deficit the whole time. This game's been very different. It's been a back and forth. For every lead that Wheaton North High finds, there is a response. But can they respond to this? Zeno sees the opening, seizes the moment, and it is a 4-3 victory. Wheaton North High up 2-0.
Zeno needed to put his team on his back, and it really showed here. Just a simple, we're not going to overcomplicate it, just a simple carry across to win this game and secure the 2-0 lead. A wonderful attempt here from Wheaton North High School, and frankly, again, this puts Christopher Columbus on the back foot, but for the time being, Play Unified has a lot of incredible student stories, and students are the foundation of Special Olympics Unified Champion schools like Niobe and Christian. You can be a voice for inclusion at school. You can be a part of the unified generation. A lot of these student stories, I'll share a bit of an anecdote. My brother also took a lot of time to take part in Special Olympics as well, and so of course this means a lot. And to see these initiatives go through and really help integrate everyone into esports is very awesome to me. But yeah.
Special Olympics North America reached out and asked if we wanted to try this pilot program, our pilot eSport play versus with some of our high school programs, and right away I wanted to jump into it. It's just a great opportunity for the schools, the teams, to see like them come together and play sports shoulder to shoulder. It was awesome.
I have made new friends, meet new people. It's been an interesting ride so far. We just went from being online to a classroom to a different classroom and somewhere different. It's a good way for everyone to meet each other, good way for people to know more, get to learn about each other, and a good way of people just getting along.
All right, we are back once again. It is game number 3 here in our grand finals for the East. Again, a massive shout out once again to the students competing here as well as the athletes. This has been a great back and forth, but Billy, as we saw in game 2, Wheaton North High, they are still shutting it down. Christopher Columbus got close, but there's just something with Zeno right now. He is dominating this pitch.
Yeah, Zeno's on offense, and he's also on defense, but he's been the main scorer right now for Wheaton High right now. And if Zeno keeps doing the way he is, all he needs is scored here and score the next game, and Wheaton High will win. But I'd like for this game to at least be somewhat equal and be somewhat, Christopher Columbus needs to win 2 games. I'd like to at least let this go to a game 7. I'd love to see that.
I think a lot of us would. I mean, the more games we get, the better. And I think for Wheaton North High School's case, it's clearly a Xeno show, but you can see that Christopher Columbus High is trying their best to be able to match up to the mechanical skill that Xeno is offering. And in many cases, they are actually matching. They're doing a great job at just getting these challenges through and finding these pockets to be dangerous.
Yeah, no, Xeno's showing that even that play right there, when Xeno jumped in the air and saved it out of nowhere. You know, defense. Defense is the key right now in Rocket League.
A very defensive game so far. 90 seconds gone, and neither team have been able to score, and I will caster curse it. The moment I say it, the moment will no longer be true. And just about 100 seconds in, it's Xeno on a solo play from the corner that gets us started.
Yes,
Curses always are fun to get, but sometimes they bring out the stories, and Xeno, what a phenomenal work from him.
Yeah, nah, Xeno's showing it right now. He's like, if this is the finals, I'm gonna go out with a bang, and he's showing it right now.
Xeno, I also wouldn't recommend necessarily dragging this in front of your own net. It almost costs you a goal, won't quite. The backflip here from Mature Gibbon does still keep it in play. I'm honestly surprised this didn't get cleared quicker. I thought somebody from Wheaton North High would take the initiative and just kind of bang this off the half, try to get a heavy touch that just clears the lines. They will find no such luck there as Devastius is able to find this touch and keep it at least at midfield and buy time for his team to grab some boost, meaning they are on defense, but that's the heavy touch we were looking for on the other end. Wheaton North have found themselves some offense, but definitely a bit more prepared on the defensive side here for Christopher Columbus, especially if the shot goes off target. That one a bit wide of the goal mouth.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the key is offense. You got to score more goals. If you don't score goals, you don't win.
Xeno's just been doing a fantastic job, but there are times where they're having trouble. I mean, I just cast Chris that, so I was gonna say, yeah, maybe they're having some hard time finishing, right? They're missing these shots, but then just a simple flick up completely jukes out Christopher Columbus High. We're struggling to get a read on what Wheaton North High School are offering.
Yeah, now, I mean, right now, Xeno is showing it right now. He's passing, his defense, trying to give other people shots, but when he's got the ball, he's saying, like Pele, no, I got this, and he's showing it.
Ooh, share the love a little bit, though. Esports Win going to finally get a goal here. It's been at least, I believe, one goal for Esports Win through the last two games, and it's a good job of just swarming the net in an awkward position. We talked a lot about the backboard being a bit open. That's what you can do when you have those instances, is make the defense frazzled, keep them off tilt, keep them a little uncomfortable, and find your way to win. It's a 3-0 within 3 minutes here, just about a minute per goal. And goodness me, I mean, there's been opportunities here for Christopher Columbus High School. Finally, they will convert on one. With under 2 to play, we have some life here for CC High School.
Plenty of time to actually get back into this game. It's not out just yet. If you're able to isolate Xeno and try to play around them, you could easily find yourselves in this game. A 3-1 deficit is not too difficult at this stage in the game.
You gotta catch Xeno at it when he doesn't expect it, and once that happens, look at that! Christopher Columbus scores again. They're only down by 1 this time. You gotta catch Xeno when he doesn't expect it. The defense, he's good at offense, but the defense sometimes he's not good at. But you gotta catch him at the wrong time, and then you can score. Just what happened there, and they scored twice right now.
All right, then. Now we get into crunch time, and it's the backboard defense that is going to need to step up yet again. Good example of that was an opportunity here for Wheaton North High School to maybe even add to their tally, but this is why they've been a bit more hesitant. The offense is starting to click here for Christopher Columbus, and I think they're kind of taking advantage right now. We talked a lot about that balance between offense and defense, and the big issue we're seeing here is, Billy, you've mentioned multiple times, Xeno is driving the offense, but if he dives all the way in and doesn't find any success, there are easy punishments on the other side here for Christopher Columbus.
No, exactly. Christopher Columbus has got to come back. Xeno's trying to do everything right now, but, it's not happening.
This is so incredibly close. This is so incredibly close. And now you see Xeno trying to go for the flip reset cross pitch. Gets the demo as well. Beast has indeed been unleashed, but the double commit as well, and the double on the offensive end could be dangerous. Xeno tries to make it work, going to be able to get the pinch off the back wall, but this is so dangerous here for Christopher Columbus High. With the amount that Wheaton North, excuse me, are trying to commit into this, it could leave them potentially open.
Chance here, though, to maybe just waste some time off the clock. 30 seconds left in this game with a 1-goal lead. You don't necessarily want to give opportunities, and that's why we won't see them there. Great shutdown on the offense, but here comes another chance. Zeno, 1v2, and he gets past them both. The cherry on top, which will be their third game. 17 to go, and a 2-goal lead reestablished.
What a shot from Zeno right there. Christopher Columbus didn't have it. They had someone in the front, but they missed the ball by like 5 inches. Zeno scored, and Wheaton North is up 4-2.
Now that begs the question, is this the nail? Or is this just going to be Zeno kind of breaking through? And it looks like that will do it for game 3. A 5-2 scoreline in the last few seconds.
Difference in this game, though, is it's spreading the love here. We've talked a lot about Zeno being at the forefront of the offense. It's esports win, though, that gets 2 goals out of the 5 total and gets a couple assists along the way. So Wheaton North High School is starting to show that it is not just a one-man army. It is a duo here that is getting it done. The two players together have now gotten themselves a 3-0 lead on the series. Christopher Columbus High School will need a reverse sweep if they want a chance here, but the long road back for victory at this point. But we'll take a quick second here while we're in between games to give yet another shout out here to Unified Esports Arizona. Coming together shoulder to shoulder, providing competition on the same level. That is what Special Olympics North America is all about. Unified Esports provides Special Olympics unified champion schools across the country with an additional opportunity to develop sportsmanship, build team bonds, and create a community for athletes and partners to connect. A special shout out to Unified Esports Arizona, who we do have a message from. There it is.
You are the stars, and the world is watching you.
By your presence, you send a message to every village,
Every city, every nation.
a message of hope.
A message of victory.
The right to play on any playing field, you have earned it.
The right to study in any school, you have earned it. The right to hold a job,
You have earned it.
Just want to give a quick clarification. Apologies there. That was actually a message here from Eunice Kennedy Shriver and our youth ambassadors there, which is to never underestimate your potential to change the world. You have earned the right to be yourself, and now it's your job to ensure all your peers are valued and included too. Just like Special Olympics founder Eunice Kennedy Shriver said, you are the stars and the world is watching you. A massive shout out to her and the message that she has here today. Again, for all of our athletes here today, as well as our partners, they are all competing to be at the very tippy top and doing their best to do so. It is a massive shout out to all of the programs that are working here today, Special Olympics as well as Unified, and we thank them all for their support. Wrap up our duos final here. Again, it is Wheaton North High on the verge of a 4-0 sweep through our East Championship. Christopher Columbus High School will need a reverse sweep, and really, as you spoke about before, those are very rare, if not almost impossible in Rocket League.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Coming back from a 3-0 deficit, it's very difficult to come back from.
Thinking that with how Wheaton Northern High are playing, it just continues to punish Zeno on the board again, leading the charge here for Wheaton North High in this potential match point.
Zeno is showing up right now. He's like, this is the final game. I am going to go all out right now. And Zeno has scored most of the goals for Wheaton North, and he'll give the ball to esports here and there, but you know, Zeno's showing it right now.
This is getting more and more dangerous as time goes on. Christopher Columbus, they've been able to find some of these pockets at times, but again, it's just they haven't been able to get around what Wheaton North High are offering on the defensive end, and the moment that Zeno gets possession of the ball, they're trying to go for it all.
Oh, wait a minute.
Trying to go for it.
Wait.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Ooh.
There we go. That's a heck of a way to equalize. It's not just the equalizer, it's the demo out at midfield, the physicality coming to the rescue of Christopher Columbus High School. We haven't seen a whole lot of physicality throughout this series. I, for one, welcome it here in our fourth and potentially final game. If Christopher Columbus can utilize that to extend the series, I am all for it.
Same here. Same here. I mean, right now, they got to do this. They didn't do this in the first 3 games, and now they're showing now. They got to go all out right now like they haven't gone all out before. And they got to get Zeno when he doesn't expect it. And Zeno can't do back and forth, can't go back on offense and defense. But right now, they're showing it.
Esports win 1. Getting on the board as well. Good pass as well from Zeno, but a great cleanup as well from their teammate to be able to convert on this one. Very easy to miss those at times, especially if you're not ready for it.
Yeah, Zeno's showing, he's doing everything, and he said, you know what, I've had enough goals, I'm going to give you some shots. So right now, Esports is doing very good right now.
Chance here, maybe, even further increase their lead. You can see it, Esports win just kind of in goal, trying to mess around a little bit with the Christopher Columbus High School defense, which makes sense. We talked about it, physicality can make a huge difference in games like this, and that's why you see everybody just chasing each other across this pitch. Not even giving us much time out at midfield here. He's trying to get a little bit fancy with his mechanics, but in doing so, he's not getting the space afforded to him. Great example as the dive off the backboard should have collapsed, but there's still a chance for an escape, and Zeno take his time with this. Air dribble to a reset. Reset under the bar and in. 3-1 to Wheaton North High.
Wow, nice balance. Balance is the key here. If you can use a mouse and keyboard, and that's what you're doing, or if you're just doing on your Xbox controller or PlayStation controller, you can do anything.
I'm really excited to see just how much Zeno is taking the creativity here, right? Just realizing, okay, not even just going for simple bread and butter, even getting their teammate involved, like you can see there, focusing on just playing a team game, but being able to be as creative as they want on the offense and trying to juke around and throw some, some stuff to keep themselves entertained as well. So we pass the halfway point of this game. Given tries to put one on. Zeno, great save.
Nice save from Zeno right there. He's trying to give Esports his best chance of giving it to him whenever he can. And Zeno just scored right there. Wow. What a shot from Zeno. Balancing the ball in the net, and Wheaton North's up 4-1.
He's doing everything right now. He's got the offense, the defense, and a little bit of both here. He's definitely been trying to get Esports Win more involved in the offense, using that two-man combo for sure. But the problem is that if Christopher Columbus is going to make some more aggressive dives, which would state they kind of have to try and slow him down, they don't win any of those aggressive dives. If they can't muscle their way through a 50, it's just extra space out of midfield that a player like Zeno will absolutely take advantage of. And with only about a minute and a half left in this game, they don't necessarily need to do so all that much more. It's a 3-goal lead for them, so they can still technically afford to give up a couple goals and they will still have the lead. I'm not recommending they do so, which they could here, but Zeno to the rescue again.
Yeah, no, Zeno right now, I'm sure the coach for Wheaton is like, look, stay back a little bit. You're up 4-1. I mean, anything could happen. You can score 3 goals in a minute 15, but I'm sure the coach is telling him, wait back. When he can shoot. When he can't, don't even worry about it. Don't force it on him.
Appreciate that. In the last minute here, we'll see what Christopher Columbus High can really muster up. You need to get on the board soon. This is a mountain to climb, but if they can get around Zeno, who's popped it up high, it'll be on them. They've been able to find these opportunities before and been able to keep it close at times. Zeno just trying to play a little bit fancy to their name, and now it could be dangerous, especially if Gibbon can get a flick up high for their teammate. But nothing will come from it. Stasius will try and put it on, but can't get it done.
That was a nice try there from Christopher Columbus High. Good shot. Good try.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to change the outcome of this game nor the series here. Christopher Columbus High School put up a great fight, even able to push one of these games to overtime. But at the end of the day, it is Wheaton North High School who just outlasts their opponents and put on a bit of a showcase here in game number 4. That is the 5th goal to them, tying their total for game number 1 and potentially punching their ticket through to the championship with now only 11 seconds to go here in game 4.
Zeno said if I'm going to get the last shot, I'm going to score, and that's what he did.
Yeah, exactly. Just walking away with their head held high. Devastasius tries to put one on just for good measure, but Zeno, maybe one more. Lets their teammate get the last goal here for Esports win. What a team player.
Zeno said, I've had enough. Esports, go shoot, and he did. So that was a nice shot.
Oh, I love the fake out on that one as well. They're thinking Zeno's going to take the shot, so Gibbons crossing across net. Zeno drops the ball. You see Esports come in, shoot directly behind the player, and I do not blame Christopher Columbus for going, yep, not sure how to save that one. They will concede defeat in this one, and they will give a great effort here, but at the end of the day, it is Wheaton North High School who are your East champions here for Rocket League Duos. And congratulations to them both as they have a confident victory here in game number 4 to cap off the 4-0 sweep.
Phenomenally done from start to finish. Never really faltered. There was a point that Christopher Columbus High School was looking quite good, but throughout the course of this series, it was clear Zeno was having fun and just macking out, really just doing a good job at handling business. Any thoughts on it, Billy?
Oh, Zeno was showing it. I mean, Zeno was doing everything, giving Esports the time to score and everything like that. And, you know, they played good defense. And you have to play defense, and you have to know your partner. If you don't play with your partner, I'm sure they've played with each other plenty of times on Rocket League and everything like that. But if you don't know your partner, you don't know their idiosyncrasies. And right now, they showed everything. Congratulations to Wheaton High.
Massive shout out and congratulations to them both. But we got still some more to go here, Seb. We're not quite done with this day, and I think we still got some more to hear as well.
Yes, we talked a little bit about some of the student stories that have been occurring thanks to Play Unified, but we have a little something to show you before we get into our central finals. So let's roll it up.
I am Niobe, I am 17 years old, and I am a lovable, true artist.
Follow your dreams. Don't listen to them. If they say something bad, then just ignore them. Prove them wrong.